God is warning you about this. And if you don't listen to what he's telling you, you might fall into a trap set by the enemy, and that could like mess up the blessing God about to give you. So you're gonna want to make sure you listen to this whole thing I'm about to tell you because it's super important. The first thing you gotta understand is the power of your words. You really want to watch what you saying to people and the type of conversations that you've been engaging in, right? You may have been talking around and hanging out with people, and you notice people are saying a lot of things that is drama, that's talking bad about other people, right? Proverbs 21 verse 23 says, whoever keeps his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. You gotta understand, sometimes you be around people and they're talking bad about somebody, and you may not say nothing, but you may laugh or like engage in it, like hear it and just, hype it up. You realize that omission is just like omission, and we really want to avoid that, and especially in relationships. You all known or been in a relationship where that person said that one thing that broke the relationship, that really changed the whole dynamic, because words hurts. When you say something that's like really hurt somebody, it can really affect the way they see you. It can really affect how your relationship continues on. It may end the friendship forever. I didn't see that happen to people, and it's happened to me because someone said something to me, and I'm just like, bro, what the, what are we doing? And it's just like, imagine how much better things would have turned out if that person had thought it through before saying it to that person, or maybe didn't even say it, reworded the way they were going to say it, or took a break, collected themselves, and then talked to that person, had a civil conversation. This is the thing about relationships. Sometimes you like your emotions really like take over to the point where you want to go so far as proving a point that you end up breaking down a relationship with somebody you really cared about. And God can be warning you of that, because there may be someone you care about and you may be going through a rough patch, but the way you say things, words have power. Especially when you're even talking about yourself. You don't want to be talking bad about yourself. Don't talk down on yourself. Don't say you can't do this. Don't say you'll never be that person you want to be, that engineer, that business owner. Don't say you can't do it. Because when you say you can't do something, you're making it this much harder to do it. You're putting a limitation on yourself. What you say, you probably believe. You know what I mean? So remember that, bro. Like, really keep that in your mind. Next thing you want to do is watch what you're listening to. So you gotta understand what you listen to. Like it says in the word, guard your heart, because everything flows from it. When you listening to like music that's like cussing, degrading women and stuff like that, you don't sense it, but in a way, it influences your thoughts and influences your behavior. Because listen, when I was in high school, my favorite rapper was NBA Youngboy. So I used to really bang NBA Youngboy every day on the way to school, between classes, bro. And bro, I ain't gonna lie, it did play a effect on me, because like I really be like feeling like on edge all the time. Like sometimes I started talking like Youngboy, like, you heard me? Like, just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff really was like I started to be like a little more toxic. Like I started to like honestly feel some of that, like that the emotions that he be playing in his music, I feel it in my personal life. It was affecting some of my relationships. So like people think like this secular music and stuff doesn't affect you, but it really does. It's the same thing with the TV shows you watch and like and all that type of stuff. This stuff all plays in your mind, because you notice when you watch something good, something positive, you feel good. You're like, dang. Like you see something on the news. I don't even watch the news a lot, but you see something on the news about somebody, help some children out or something, did something nice. You think something good, like, man, that's good. I should do something nice for somebody today. The things you listen to influence you. When you listen to like positive music, sometimes some worship music, sometimes even some chill, like smooth jazz, you feel more in a good mood than when you're listening to sometimes toxicity, all that stuff in you, because it gets into you, bro. It's the same thing like hanging around bad people, hanging around negative influences, hanging around drug dealers and stuff like that. Obviously, your parents always tell you to watch who you hang around, because they can see sometimes what you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your mom tell you like, no, you shouldn't hang around them. And you be like, why? And be like, nah, that person, he ain't good for you. He ain't good influence. Like he might influence you badly, because she see the type of stuff he do, and she don't want you doing the type of stuff that he doing. Because when you be around people long enough, that's why you be around friends long enough. Sometimes you start talking to them, picking up lingo. And then next thing you know, you picking up habits. They ain't making up your bed. In college, your roommate ain't making up your bed. Maybe you stop making up your bed. You know what I'm saying? So really bottom line, what I'm getting at is be careful what you listen to and the media around you that's influencing you. Because when God is calling you to be a light, when you're supposed to be leading by example, you can't be doing what everyone else is doing. We don't want to be what the world is doing. We're supposed to be something that other people can look to and be like, yeah, look at Jeremy. I want to be doing what he doing. The next thing is spiritual warfare. Like God is warning you, like, The devil can try to play games with you. The devil can try to put fear into you. He wants you to not trust God. He wants you to worry about things that are outside of your control. You know what I mean? When you just feel like you've been trying your hardest, you've been doing the right things, but things aren't working out in your way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's with friends. Maybe it's just with like life is just feeling really hard. And it makes you want to be like, well, what's the point? Why don't I just switch back into my old habits? Why don't I just go back to partying? Why don't I go back to drinking? You know, why don't I go back to talking to a bunch of girls? All these type of things cross your mind, right? And it's tempting you. Maybe you're going back and forth trying to be right, but now you feel like your old habits, you kind of going back and forth. Dude, stop. Don't be lukewarm. The Bible says if you lukewarm, the Lord will spit you out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Stay on this right path. You know what I mean? Nobody said it was gonna be easy. You understand what I'm saying? David, before he became king, he was getting chased by Saul all the time. Thought he was scared. He thought he was gonna die. But guess what? He still became king, right? And he wasn't the most like predicted to be king. He wasn't the one that, I mean, he was the one that was chosen, but out of all his brothers, they didn't think he was gonna be the king. So what I'm trying to tell you is God may be warning you that the spiritual warfare is coming, but you can overcome it. You just got to keep seeking God. You got to keep praying to God. You got to keep seeking his guidance. Even if you're heartbroken, even if something is going bad, do not allow these negative thoughts. Don't let the devil convince you to slow down, to backtrack into what you used to be doing. That's not what you ever want to do. If you're playing a video game, do you ever go back to the past level? Once you level up, you stay on that level and try to get to the next level. You never met someone to go up to level 10 and be like, oh man, I want to go back to level 9, bro. No. So it's the same thing here, man. Like, I know you're hearing certain things, like all things in your head that's being like, man, screw this. Ain't no need of me doing this. Ain't no need of me keep trying. Ain't no need of me keep praying. I feel like my prayers ain't getting answered. It's okay. Sometimes I feel that way too. Sometimes I feel like, dang, what's the point? But I'm still getting up. I still make these videos. I still do the best I can because I know God's with me. You know what I'm saying? And when it's hard, you got to pray. Just keep praying. Because with God, all things are possible. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Come on, Philippians 4 verse 13. You can never forget that. No matter how hard it gets. I know spiritual warfare is real, but trust, God is real. Right? And now you know what God is warning you of. You want to know the opportunity he's about to give you. He's about to give you a rare opportunity. So watch this video next. I'll see you there.